word.
Welcome back to the B-Side Word podcast. I am Devon, your local futon warrior. I am here with my Never Neverland compatriots. Emma.
Hi.
CJ.
Hello.
And Alexander.
Ahoy.
Why are you a futon warrior?
Because I'm not a warrior anymore and I like making comments on stuff that I don't know anything about.
Like futons?
Yeah, like a sofa. I'm on a sofa and I ridicule everyone and I make fun of everyone.
Oh, futon warrior.
I'm a
So
futon warrior.
Is it a lazy
What
keyboard
would it be? A
warrior?
sofa warrior
A cell phone?
or couch warrior?
Yeah. Futon, couch.
Sofa warrior.
No, futon and couch are different.
Yeah.
Yeah, a futon is, you can sleep there too, so.
Oh yeah, I haven't left.
Oh,
I'm sleeping, sitting.
Is your mind on the futon? Like, are you imagining being on a futon?
Yeah. Yes. Can you imagine me on the futon?
No.
Good, because that'd be
I don't
weird.
think you'd be able to get back up.
I'm not the fat bastard from Austin Powers.
I want my baby
No,
back,
but
baby
we all
back.
got bad,
Baby back,
we all got bad
baby back.
knees.
I'm fat because I eat.
I eat 'cause I'm
fat.
Because I'm fat. It's a vicious cycle.
You can all tell when we grew up.
It's a vicious cycle. Let's start this podcast.
I thought we already started it.
I'm gonna share this with you today. I found this freaking amazing. Right? Can you see the screen?
Yes, I
See.
can see you, Emma.
Oh, yes.
I
yes.
have seen something
This is,
about this, but I never
this is
actually
brilliant.
watched it.
So WAP. Can we talk about WAP as a song? What do you think about WAP as a song?
Catchy.
Catchy. We've talked.
I could live without never hearing it again.
Yeah. How about you?
I'd probably say the same, catchy.
Yeah. Alexander?
He said catchy.
Oh,
Yeah,
said
I was the
catchy.
originator of the catchy
Catchy.
comedy.
You said catchy, and everyone just
Yeah.
copied because
Yeah.
no one's got original thought. They just like catchy.
No,
that's great.
I
I'll
said
use that.
I
I'll
could
use that.
live with never
What
hearing
he
it again.
What
Oh,
he
CJ said he would. Yeah.
Oh yeah, thank you.
Look at the screen.
Forget what I said.
Yeah.
Look at the screen.
Yeah.
This might give you a different perspective of listening to WAP.
Oh my goodness.
So we're watching the sign language of WAP. And imagine.
Man, those sign languages got beat.
Oh my goodness.
Is it okay? Was that sign language or was that charades?
Oh, wow. Yeah,
That
I
was,
mean,
yeah,
wow.
that was pretty aggressive.
It was
That
aggressive. It was aggressive. Did she go to?
Imagine getting that job you've studied sign language, right? And you're a professional in your field,
Yeah.
and you get chosen to sign WAP.
Mate,
What a waste of an education.
you're saying this, Siege. She looked like she was having a great time.
I know, she was
She
like
looked like
rocking the
she was
beat.
into it.
Yeah. I thought she went to Subway.
Yeah.
You know what?
And she was taking the full 12 inches.
Sign languages. I watch them every day, on the announcements, COVID and all that.
Yeah.
It's pretty tough. They have to change in. They have subs. So they have to sub in and out because it gets too tiring. But you have to listen to every single word after the fact, but still keep up and still say everything. Like it's pretty
Hold
difficult.
on. You don't have to listen to every single word.
I
You
mean-
choose to listen to every single word.
No, it's a sign
No,
language.
the
person.
sign
translator.
language
The person that's
person.
sign language has to listen to every word.
Oh, I thought Emma was saying that she has to watch every COVID thing and have to listen to every word. I was like, Jesus, just change the channel, mate.
What the?
Where are you, mate?
I know. Are you part of this conversation or what?
I thought I was.
I
was thinking. I was thinking.
bound.
How did she get from WAP to the coronavirus
bound
and having to listen to the conversations? I was like, Jesus, that's a
every
bit of a
single
jump. But do you know what? I'll jump with it. You know, I just go with the flow.
Brilliant.
Oh,
So,
goodness.
do you know what? So this is blowing up because I saw this as well. This is obviously blowing up because this is the first time we've seen this, right? We've
Yeah.
not seen anyone sign WAP before, which makes me think.
Yeah.
It makes me think that the people at the concert who need the sign language have probably never seen WAP signed before either. It's probably the first time they've ever seen it signed, unless their friends just done it for them for fun or something.
Yeah.
And I'm just thinking, have they heard any of Cardi's music signed? Like, why were they at a Cardi B concert to start with? And then what shock was on their face when they realised what that song was actually about? Because this is the first time they've
Seeing it signed.
Yeah. How do you say it? It's not
Because-
heard the lyrics. Seen the lyrics?
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah, like they finally found out it was about
they
Subway.
love they love the beat because the vibrations.
Yeah, they're feeling the vibrations.
But maybe they thought it
And
was.
then-
They like the visuals. They must know the visuals.
Yeah.
But like, yeah. Even just
What was that, Emma? What was that?
Oh, we like the visuals.
that was the cheeks, you know, the cheeks.
Cheeks.
But yeah, no, this is true. Gosh, I'm crying a lot today.
And then they rock up and they're like. Yeah, so actually, considering the video, they must have, when they got the lyrics for the first time through this woman, they must have been like, yeah, that makes sense.
Is it necessary to be so aggressive? Is it?
I think of a song like WAP, you can't do it like.
No, I know, but like even the way that the circumference of the imaginary phallus was huge. She had it like it was bigger than her head, so it would be knocking her nose off. It'd be like, bah, bah. It was just really intense.
How many syllables per word were you going for there? The circumference of the imaginary phallus.
I'm just I don't know, change it up.
Someone's been reading the dictionary.
What'd you do on the weekend? I just took out the old dictionary.
and I learned me some words.
Oh, I'm smarted. Any more about the WAP sign language?
No.
Emma made up her own sign language.
Well, you know
What's
what?
that? Cheeks clapping together.
Did you guys watch that Netflix show about the deaf people in college? And they were following around a group of friends, and they're all deaf. And I learned something on there that they sign for people's names. Like, imagine like you're Dev, right? But you're also known.
Okay, I'll imagine I'm Dev. Yep.
You're also known as Burn
Yeah.
and other names, right? So their nicknames, they have a sign for their nickname or for what that person's like. So if like you're a douche, I don't know, they'd have a sign for like, oh, douche or whatever. Or for you,
No, give me the signal for douche.
well, I don't know.
Give me the sign for the douche.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. You're Burn, so you'd be like burn. Do you know what I mean?
That's the same sign as the ass clapping.
That's flames.
Oh, flames! Oh, that's flames. I thought that was rain.
Like to put out
I
your
thought it was
hotness.
spirit fingers.
I'm like,
I thought it was spirit fingers.
oh no, that's a spirit. But yeah, I thought that was interesting, to be honest.
That was interesting because, like, I remember watching a comedian, and they said that the sign language for a Jewish person was a hook nose. I remember this comedian said it, and I was like, And I think for Chinese people, it's like they pull their eyes back because it's like this is the way they describe.
Look, there's different sign languages around the world, so I'm sure in some sign language that might be it. But for the names, because
so a deaf person can walk around and just start hook nosing people and doing the.
No, so I just looked it up on Google, and I think they've taken it off. I think they've taken it off.
But yeah, instead of doing like signing like each letter of your name, they just make up however that person's temperament or whatever. Everyone knows. Oh yeah, such and such.
Yeah.
Can I change speed a little bit?
Yeah, please.
Oh yeah.
There's a story that I heard a couple of days ago.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to get into the specifics of the full story because I just want to know more about how you'd handle the situation. But there was this guy in Hawaii who, I think he was a homeless man, and they found him in line somewhere, and the police just like arrested him as...
Why?
For what?
What
did they arrest him for?
For being someone with mental health problems. So they put him like in a psychiatric ward.
So you get arrested for having mental health problems? That's a bit harsh.
No, I think it was someone who shouldn't have, like someone who needed to be under care.
Okay.
But they were out homeless, so they were like, we need to put you into care and all. So they put this guy into psychiatric ward, and for 2 years, this guy, I'm gonna give you some names, if I can find them. But this guy, Thomas Castleberry. And this guy was like, I am not Thomas Castleberry. And they kept, they saw that as a sign of, oh, this guy, is definitely, delusional. He's definitely got mental, he doesn't even know who he is. And for 2 years, giving him these drugs and everything. And then it took one of the nurses to sit there and go, all right, let me listen to what this guy's actually saying. And did a quick Google search and realised that he was not Thomas Castleberry at all.
Shit.
He was Joshua Spryster's back. Someone completely different who had never met, didn't know any of this Thomas Castleberry. They just got the completely wrong person.
Oh my god.
And they just never did any identification. They just assumed he was crazy and why he was saying that wasn't him. And then what they did when they realised the mistake is they just quietly released him with 50 cents to his name.
When was this?
So the real Thomas Castleberry was incarcerated in, it says here, in Alaska prison in 2016. I don't know what happened as to why he was stopped being incarcerated and they were looking for him. But this was in 2017, so he'd have been then in January 2020 he was released. So over 2 years.
Wait, did he have any family that were looking for him?
He's a homeless man, so I don't, not to say that homeless people don't have family, but again, I don't have all the details. I just, the surface of the story.
Oh my god.
What do you do? How do you get out of that situation?
They should be fired.
Yeah, what is it going through is it going through court? What's happening now?
I can send you the story if you want to do a bit of reading.
It was almost 3 years he was locked up for.
Have you got it?
Yeah.
She's very good up, mate. You snoozed, you losed.
So, yeah, what? Okay, Dev, I want to know what's going through your head. First of all, what's going through your head?
So he goes, I am not Thomas. What's his name? I'm not Thomas
Castleberry.
I'm not Thomas Castleberry. This guy's crazy. Doesn't know who he is. No, I'm not Thomas. And then they lock you up.
Oh my god.
Oh, and he's homeless. There's a lot of assumptions here. What would...
He was waiting in line for food outside a homeless shelter. They were trying to lock him back up for a probation violation tied to a drug case back in 2006.
But what I don't understand. So they have information. They've caught him before, and at no time did someone go check his file to see if the pictures matched. At no point.
Correct.
That takes common sense. But
And
these
they
people
were
obviously didn't have it.
medicating him.
All right.
That's wild.
Where's my mind going?
It-
Let me think about this.
He's probably got a drug problem now. He probably went in there with no drug problem. Left.
Well, since he's come out, I think he does have family because I think he's staying on something like his sister's farmland
Oh.
or something like that, and he refuses to leave.
Because he's scared of getting
blame
locked
him.
up again.
Yeah. I think
Literally,
that's the
that
case.
would have made him have massive mental health problems
There are a lot of stuff coming out of
from
Canada.
just being in there.
There's a lot of
This
stuff
is-
coming out of Canada recently.
This is Hawaii. Right?
Hawaii.
Yeah, I meant
He said Hawaii.
there's a lot of stuff coming out
He
of
said
Canada.
Hawaii.
Though. Out of Canada, there's a lot of stuff coming out. I did not poo. I did not poo in the
Alexander,
cat litter.
I think he did.
Yeah, he did. He did. Yeah, I did, and he did.
Again, it
So,
was
yeah,
thanks
he-
to the Innocence Project that I think that helped him, but they released him in secret.
With
Or
50
maybe-
cents to his
Maybe they
name.
didn't.
They should be ashamed of themselves.
That's weird.
All right, let's role play. I'm grabbing you, Alexander. All right.
Okay.
All right, sir. Your name is Thomas. I'm gonna take you into the
What?
mental institution.
What?
Thomas,
I'm not Thomas.
why'd you reply then?
No. Alexander, mate. Alexander.
Thomas Alexander, whatever your middle name is. I'm taking you into the hospital.
Alexander James. Not Thomas Alexander.
That's a weird name, sir. Thomas Alexander James. You're coming with me. Righto. Get him, boys. Get him.
I think it... Racist! Racist!
That's even a weirder
I'm
name.
filming everything
Thomas Alexander
you are
James
doing.
Racist. Jesus, that's a hell of a long name. Mr. Racist, come with
And
us.
who puts racist and who puts racist in a name?
It must be French.
That would have been
Racist.
so exacerbating.
So racist.
And then
The thing is,
to
right?
actually get to the hospital and then day after day have to retell. Like, does he just give up? Do you just give up and find
I
fine,
think- so
Thomas?
I think
Yeah,
this would be my
it's
game, right? At this point. Because I think the moment it's happening, you're already confused.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't think you fully registered that it's for psychiatric help or like you're going to psychiatric ward. I think you're just distraught and shocked by the fact that you're being arrested. Like I think
Yeah.
that's enough to try and comprehend.
But then you, in the
So-
back of your mind, you'd be thinking, oh, it will all be sorted out. Like they'll
Yeah.
realize I'm not who they've got the wrong person.
Right. So that's where I'm thinking like you go in calmish, like you'd probably be pissed off, but like you'd go in calmish. You wouldn't do anything crazy. You wouldn't like flail about or try to escape or scream and shout. I'm not this person. You just be like, all right, whatever. See, now you get into psychiatric ward. Now I'm thinking what I'd do if I was in there and it's sunk in. Oh, I'm in a psychiatric ward and they think I'm this person.
Yeah.
So I think I'll sit down with the psychiatrist and say, mate, I'm stuck between a rock and a hard place because you think I'm someone who I'm telling you I'm not. What can I do to prove to you that I'm not that person without you just not believing me? Like, what is there, genuinely, what is there I could actually produce for you? Bear in mind I'm homeless, I don't have documentation. And I'm hoping at this point, he's like, this guy's pretty fucking coherent. He's definitely not a crazy person. Like, you know...
Yeah.
Or you're the
Yeah,
next level
but
psychopath.
the guy,
Yeah, and they're like, "Oh, he's switched on, mate. We've got to
Yeah.
step up our game."
We've got that guy that does the tongue. Who's that guy? Hector Lenable.
Hannibal.
Hannibal Lecter.
Hector. That was the most dyslexic way to say his name. Hector Hannibal.
Yeah, that guy.
Hector Hannibal.
So, but what? Okay, let me flip it on its head. Now I'm in this situation. I've asked this question. You're my psychiatrist.
Yeah.
What could I do to prove to you that I'm not this person you
Yeah,
think
like,
I am,
what
but
could
instead
they
I'm this
do?
person?
Well, Thomas Alexander James, racist. I would want you to write down for me. Give me some points to prove that you aren't the
But
person.
what are the points that he could give?
That's
I
up to
need
me
some more
to
specifics, Doc.
decide. Date of birth.
Okay.
What day it is, and can you tell me all the current affairs that are happening in the world, and what are your point of views?
And that would be enough for you, would it?
To prove that you're
Dude,
crazy.
the guy's homeless.
So
How is he
you're
meant to get-
focusing more on the idea that I'm sane than my identity at this point.
Yes. Because I want to prove
Okay.
your sanity before I want to explore and go to my superiors. I'm not gonna take the word of a crazy man and go, huh, you know what? I'm gonna stick my neck out for
Hector Letterbull
Hector
could be
Letterbull.
right.
So he must have been saying this literally day in, day out for that person to eventually go, fine. I'll just take 10 minutes and sit down with a cup of tea and listen and hear you out.
That's what's probably happening.
He wore her down.
But it wasn't the psychologist; it was just the nurse, wasn't it?
Oh.
No, I think it was psychiatrist.
Oh, it was the psychiatrist.
Yeah.
It was
You absolutely.
But
It
wouldn't
took him
you
2
think...
years.
Jodie Foster.
But wouldn't
2
they do
years
that?
to look it up.
Yeah, like, wouldn't you just do it as okay, on the first day he's saying this, we'll just check it out.
Exactly. The very first time, even just to humour him,
Yeah.
I'd have been like, "All right, sir. Look, it says you're." Oh,
Hector Letterbull, I'm gonna check it out. Watch it. What? Oh shit, he's not Hector
the
Letterbull.
the file that comes with you, like the file. There's a file.
And isn't there usually one of your
I don't
a
understand.
picture with a paperclip in the corner?
I hope he gets. I hope he
thought
gets
this-
everything that he like. I hope he gets everything. I hope he gets money
But it-
and all the care he needs.
is there an
'Cause,
everything at that point? You've been medicated, so it's 2 years, 8 months. You've been medicated for 2 years and 8 months.
Yeah.
Being told you're someone that because this is one of my things as well. Beyond the idea of the medication doing whatever it does to you, if you were told every single day for damn near 3 years that you're not who you think you are, you're someone else, at what point do you start to believe it?
Believe it. Yeah.
Mm,
That is so... Yeah,
yeah, it's effed up.
that's crazy. You'd be like, wait. Eventually you'd be like, is this real? Like, am I...
Speaking of kids, going on a happier tangent, did you see the NBA free agency opened up this week?
Yes.
No.
So NBA free agency opened up, and there has been some pretty hefty sums of money being thrown around.
Yeah.
So I'll give you an idea of what we're talking about here when it comes to numbers. A lot of players have signed extensions or new contracts, so I'll go through the extensions that have been signed. There's Kevin Durant, 4 years. Oh no, we'll start Julius Randle. Julius Randle, 4 years for the New York Knicks. $117 million.
Oh, wow.
A year.
Pretty. No. This is for 4 years. For a 4 year
for
contract.
4 years.
4 years.
Okay.
Pretty nice.
Yep.
Then we have Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Now, have you ever heard of Shai Gilgeous-Alexander?
No.
Yes.
Okay, so let's say for casual basketball fans, like I would say you're all casual.
Yeah.
Some may have heard of him. Most haven't in this scenario.
Yeah.
5 years, 172 million. So this is a guy who's not even known by casuals, most casuals.
Yeah.
172 million. Not bad going.
Mm.
Jimmy Butler,
Mm-hmm.
he signed a 4 year, 184.
With who?
Then Kevin Durant just signed a 4 year, 198 million. Trey Young, a 5 year, 207 million.
Wow.
And then Steph Curry became the first player
Billionaire.
in NBA history to sign 2 contracts for over 200 million. So he signed a 4 year, 215 million. So I think he's right around $500 million in contracts for his career so far.
Wow.
What do you mean he signed 2 contracts?
So his last contract was worth, I think, $205 million.
Oh,
so
okay.
So he's now the only
Wow.
person who signed 2 $200+ million contracts.
Wow.
Yeah. And myself and Judy were aware of this news, and we started joking about, if our kid wants to play basketball, we're gonna let him. We're gonna make sure he does well. You know, the joking side of things. I've just sent you a tweet. And it was just funny because we were just saying it in jest, you know. We saw Steph Curry, 250 million. We're like, wow, this is incredible.
I think I've seen this.
What?
And then the amount of stuff we've seen online since, and this is kind of the epitome of it.
All the dads looking at these NBA contract dollars.
1, 2, cross, cross, cross. Come on. 1, 2, cross, cross.
Oh!
Huh? How's that feel? Now you want to learn how to cross over? Get to a dad coaching. Come on, Oscar. Why
I
you
missed
wearing a helmet?
that.
What do you think I am?
Can you go back?
Come here.
I just saw the kid in the garage.
You want to play it again?
1, 2,
Yes, please.
cross,
I
cross,
missed it
cross.
because the kid.
Come on.
For me, it kind of froze.
1, 2, cross, cross.
Oh!
Huh?
He
How's that feel?
actually
Now
did
you wanna learn how
it.
to cross over? Get to a dad coaching. Come on, Oscar. Why you wearing a helmet?
What do you think I am?
Come here.
Oh, they love you. They love each other.
He actually put his head into the garage door, though.
No, he
wouldn't feel
didn't.
bad. Yeah.
He
No, he
did.
didn't.
The
No, he
ballet.
didn't. All right. All right. Before we go off the rails, do you have something to say?
Not really. The only random piece of information that I saw, right, this week was this ancient, well, it's not ancient, it's about 800 years old, this carving that they found in a church in England in the rafters as they were renovating it to make a cafe up there. And the carver, the artist that did the carving, had basically carved himself or another male in the rudest position ever. Well, his legs were like over his head and his like everything was out, and it was carved into the rafters 800 years ago.
You sure?
What?
You sure he wasn't just doing yoga?
Well, everything was out. His genitalia was all out.
I don't even know what to think about what you're saying.
Yeah,
He was doing.
I'm sort of lost.
He was
out
doing
of-
free willy yoga.
I'm struggling to process it. If I'm
Yeah,
honest.
it's not a current sculpture. It's an old sculpture that someone's
Found now.
just found it now.
Because they're renovating it's in a church.
Yeah.
Upstairs. They're putting a cafe up there, I guess. It's in England. And they found it.
A sculpture where his legs all the way back
Yeah.
behind his ears,
Yeah.
and he's out.
I'll send you it.
Okay. I wanna see this. I don't know if I want to see this.
Well, it's blurred.
Oh,
Then, what are we seeing? Just a blurred picture.
yeah. What are we seeing then? Oh. Oh. Yeah, what's happening there?
Yeah.
How long did that person have to pose?
I don't
I have so many questions.
Maybe he
So
did it by
it's-
memory.
know. Believed to have been hidden for 800 years.
So, hey,
He was
I've got this
definitely
mad
just
pose
taking
that
the
I want you to.
piss.
I've got this
Huh?
mad pose. I want you to.
He's
I want you to.
He was definitely taking the piss, like when he carved.
Yeah.
He's just like,
800 years ago.
He's like, oh yeah, you fuckers getting me to do all this bullshit work. I'll show you.
Oh, goodness.
Can I give a shout out to Yusra Mardini?
Who's that?
So I'm glad you asked, Emma.
Oh,
I'll send this across to you, and while you have a look at it, I'll read it out for the people listening.
Who is that? Who is that, guys? That's is that one of our fans?
Yusra Mardini
Yes.
is an Olympic athlete, but I'm going to give you a very short backstory on Yusra Mardini. As a teenager, Yusra Mardini fled the war in Syria. She swam for 3 hours in the open sea, steering her sinking boat to safety, saving every passenger on board.
What the
Then she trekked from Greece to Germany by foot. Today, she competed in a 100-meter butterfly at the Olympics.
Oh my goodness gracious me.
Obviously not today, when this was made. Was when
She did all that
competed,
to get to
but-
the Olympic.
That is, as a teenager.
That's wicked.
Just shout out to an epic backstory to someone who
That is-
turned it into Olympic success.
Who's she competing for?
Yeah,
Maybe
which country?
Germany? I don't know.
Did she win?
I don't know, and I don't really care. Not to go against the question, but like,
Yeah,
I didn't.
I'm
That never even
disregarding
entered my
everything.
mind. I
I
was just
can't
like,
believe
wow.
as a teenager she had the mental strength to do that. She saved every person on board. And who, like, as a teenager, she's like, I will save us, and gets in the water and swims, pulling the boat.
You reckon, or they pushed her in there? You're gonna swim. We're all old. You push.
See, as she competes for the refugee Olympic team.
Wow.
I don't think.
That's insane.
I don't think. I would reach 3 hours. I think.
When it's life or death, the adrenaline's kicked in.
Yeah, I'm
3
not a
minutes
great
of your
swimmer,
push.
so I've probably got a good 5,
Oh, more than
10,
me.
5,
I'm
10
3.
minutes.
Open sea, remember?
I thought you were saying 5 hours.
No way.
I was like, what?
No,
We're
way.
You haven't got 5
We're
minutes.
talking
I haven't got
open sea,
Yeah, 100%.
and I reckon the moment I got in the water and attempted to swim and went, oh, I've gone backwards, I'd just given up.
Yeah. I got nearly seasick in the bathtub. I am horrible in the water. This is not my.
We have a swimming pool, and Dev goes in it maybe once a year for all of about 10 minutes.
Can I tell you why? I don't like water in my ears.
I know.
I hate water in my ears. It is the
Dude,
worst thing.
You shower, right?
It goes. I hate showering. The water is getting into my ears when I shower now. I don't know at what point did my ears have a I don't know when my ears have a catchment. Like all of a sudden had a catchment in my ear canal, but they just
You do have this problem, and you went and tried to solve it by buying the earplugs so you could swim, but it doesn't work.
It
or
doesn't
you just
work.
Don't enjoy it still. Or...
No, then it feels weird when I go underwater with the earplugs, and then people are like, I can't hear anything. It's a weird sensation to go underwater and then your ears are plugged. I mean, I can't.
Dude, have you always been like this?
No. It's just the older I got, my canal opening got bigger and deeper for some unknown reason. And now water loves to just get trapped in there. I got water now in my ears.
I'm finding this very weird.
From when? From your shower
I am
this
not gonna
morning?
lie.
You're finding it weird. It's in my ear.
Oh my god.
I've
CJ, do you reckon
got-
you could... What was that, Alexander?
Oh, no, go on.
You reckon you could swim 3 hours to save a boat full of people?
No.
But
And
then,
then
not only that,
walk-
she,
I would try
she
to.
walked.
Germany
I would
from
try my
Greece.
best.
She
on
walked
foot.
to
I would try
Yeah.
my best, but I wouldn't make it.
How far is Greece to Germany?
All right,
I'd
that
have
was
to
a
look
shock
it up,
face.
wouldn't I?
Was that?
How far is Greece to Germany?
Oh, have a look on Google Maps.
Do make sure you choose the walking route.
I will.
Choose the walking.
Google Maps is like,
Or
are
the
you sure?
swimming option.
Are you sure? Are you crazy?
Walking, it would
Choose the-
take you. It's 2,000 kilometers, 17
Oh.
days and 6 hours of
Not that
walking.
far.
What the freak? 17 days?
And I'm assuming that's if you don't stop.
Oh, yeah.
Because Google Maps doesn't take into account the fact that you're a human and need to sleep.
Yeah. Yeah. That's walking. 17 days to walk. You have to go through, Serbia, Hungary, Czechoslovakia.
What shoes has she got?
Sorry, Slovakia, Czechia. Well,
So you're saying 2,000 kilometers, so that's roughly 50 marathons.
Shit. How many times to the mailbox is that?
A lifetime.
Because I'm puffed going to the
We
mailbox.
only go out there like once every few months. That's That's
So hold on. Didn't you say she swam?
No, she swam when her boat was sinking when she was escaping Syria, and that would have taken her to Greece.
Yeah.
And then she walked from Greece to Germany.
Can I just give a really
she is
interesting fact?
She's a machine.
Yeah, she's a machine.
Greece to Germany is 2,000 kilometers in 17 days.
Yeah.
Just keep that in mind. You're
Okay.
right. Sydney to Perth, which is in the same country, is 3,600 kilometers, and it would take you 30 days to walk. That is how big Australia is. And that's a straight line from one side of the country to the other. Not even at the widest point.
Through the middle?
Not even at the widest point. But you walk through the middle,
pretty.
but it's not the widest point.
It's pretty big.
That is wild.
2 years later.
Talking
she's
about
still working from home.
sick tradies. Talking about sick tradies. Just like this, look what I'm into here. There was a tradie that pulled a sickie and said that he had
Oh, I heard about
said
this.
that he had COVID.
Oh, that he had it.
He had COVID.
Where is
So-
this?
In Wollongong, so he had to stay home. But then because the business owner was very proactive and he didn't want anyone else to get in trouble, like get sick, he sent everyone home. He sent everyone home because that's the protocol. I have COVID, boss. I have COVID. I'm gonna be as a shop owner, as a business owner. I'm like, all right, I'm responsible for my patrons and my people that work for me. Everyone go home. Get tested. Go home. He got wind of it, and then he rang up and said, "Oh, it was a negative. It was actually negative.
Like a false negative.
false negative.
False positive.
False pos." But then they found that he lied. What did
So
you hear
how-
about it, Teach?
How long were they off for?
My mum told me.
Yeah, what'd she say?
She goes, some idiot wanted to take a day off work and told his boss he had COVID. I'm like, what a douche.
So how did they find him out?
That's a good question.
When you have COVID, our government starts looking at you, and if this guy's reported saying, I got one of my workers that has
He
COVID,
faces 5 years
they
behind
probably would have
bars.
checked it.
Yes, we got contact tracing and stuff.
He's facing jail time up to
Yeah.
5 years.
Good. At least we know where he is
But I mean,
Wait,
how
you
did
do
they
both?
and where
track?
he's got his COVID from.
If he said he had a false positive, how do they know that he didn't have a false positive? Like, how did he not keep that lie up?
Because
I don't think he went and got a test.
everyone who gets tested,
Oh, but so you don't, like, we have, like, our lateral flow ones, which you just do it yourself kits.
Nah,
You don't
not
have
yet.
that? Okay.
Not yet.
Okay.
Oh, so it doesn't quite say. It just says because the place had to get deep cleaned. Everyone was sent home. Blah blah blah. Go down a bit, and then later in the day, he said he sent another message saying, "Oh, it was negative after having a second test," but then just said the police allege he never tested positive in the first place, and then they launched an investigation.
I would make him pay for it.
Pay for what?
The
Go down.
cleaning, the people's wages for the day that he's cost them, the boss's loss of money.
Go down.
Yeah.
He'll be working for free for a long time.
It's just that, like, you know,
Yeah.
like, when he did it, he's probably that day, it was just like, I really, really don't want to go in. Like, I'm not feeling it. And then he gave that excuse, and he went, "Yeah, that's a good one." Wait a second.
Just say,
Was it?
just say, I've got a runny nose, and you have to go do a COVID testy.
But if he's the type of person who's lied about, he's probably done his rounds with sickies. He's probably been like, he's probably had his boss. I got coming out. I don't want to give you details, but it's coming out. I can't come in. It's coming out. And he's had his. I've been up all night. Tell me, I've been throwing up off it. He's probably used his ones, so he's like, I've got to be convincing. It's got to be believable. COVID.
Yeah, so he's gone for I've got COVID.
You know, I just remember you talking about upset stomach. I remember your dad telling me when he was the boss of the insurance companies, or he was getting. Anyways, this guy rang your dad up. He was the boss, right? And he rang him up and he said, "Oh, I don't think I'm gonna make it. My stomach hurts." And your dad's like, "Oh, what symptoms do you have?" Right?
My dad?
Yeah, your dad.
He asked him what symptoms he has.
Yeah, because he was the boss, right? And he goes, "Oh, it's just coming out every 15 to 20 minutes." You know what your dad said? He goes, "Well, you only live 15 minutes down the road. Have a shit, right? And then catch a train, whatever, get to the work and have a shit straight after. You'll be right. You have enough time to get there and back."
He didn't.
I didn't make that up. Your dad said, and I was pissing myself laughing. I was like, man, I don't know what, if my boss,
That is the best.
If my boss told me that, I would be like, yeah, all right, all right, I'll rush. Yeah, I'll shit.
I'm on the way.
I'll have a shit there.
So I
You
don't
would not.
want to speak for
You
my sister, but have you ever heard that one before?
No.
So I've never heard this. What conversation were you having with our dad that you found this out?
I don't know. I thought this was, because the way he told it, it was like a story he's told before. I thought it was one of his go-to stories.
Were you telling the dad how you took a day off work by saying you had a sore stomach?
I mean, this is one of the
triggered him?
things where I feel like work from home doesn't work in your favor because,
Yeah.
like, you can't not work because of that one anymore.
No.
It's your own.
Yeah. Yeah. But it's interesting. I was like,
But
I don't know why. So I was doing like a comprehension lesson with some students, and this topic was one of the lessons, and there was like facts in there that 80 or 85% of bosses do not believe their workers when they call in sick. And that is the 100% reason why I hate calling in sick. Like, I get like so anxious about it because I'm just like, they won't believe me. They won't believe me. Even though I'm genuinely sick, I'm like even yesterday I felt crap, didn't I? And everyone was like, you're like, call in sick. And I was like, I can't. I literally called in sick 2 weeks ago. They're going to hate me. They're not going to believe me. And it's just that fear of like, why? What if they don't believe me?
So you don't have to, like, if you don't want to lie, right? This is what my mate does. He rings up the boss and he goes, "I'm not coming in today." Mm-hmm. And the boss goes, "What's wrong with you?" And my mate goes, "I don't want to lie to you." And he hangs up.
Yeah, but this isn't even, that is crazy.
I don't want to lie.
I mean, your calls get me when I've heard you call in sick lots of times, and literally it's this. So it's ringing, bring, bring. And then all I hear is, "Yeah, hi. Yeah, not coming in. All right, bye." That's it. And I'm like, wait, you didn't even say why. Like, you didn't even say you were sick.
Well, I don't understand why I'm going to tell them I'm sick. They're not a doctor.
I know, but it was like,
I don't understand. Like, if I tell them, "Oh, I've got this," they're like, "Oh, all right." In my medical opinion, through my years of doing a PhD in being a doctor, I can tell you that you can have a day off.
It's
Because
just so funny.
But is
Because you
it
don't
not-
even say I'm sick. You're just like, "I'm not coming in today." Yeah. All right. Bye.
They're not just like, "Why, you just not feeling like
I
it?"
just text.
Like, you just feel like a day off.
What do they say on the other end?
Well, they go, "Oh, you know," because there's actually a delay.
Yeah, because they're waiting for you to continue.
Yeah.
Like, and say, "Okay, so why are you not coming in?" But then you don't continue.
No. No.
So
what do they do?
it's like this.
I just,
Yeah, I'm not coming in. And then they're just like, "Okay." You're like, all right.
Yeah. It's like, all right, see ya. I'll see you
It's
tomorrow.
literally, that's what it sounds like from my end. Like,
I'm not trying to be rude. It's just, I'm like, I'm not coming
I
in.
wish I could be like that. I actually give the detail because I'm trying to convince them that I'm not lying.
So I don't
But
understand.
think
So
that
I don't
makes it
even know what's
worse.
worse. It's like, I'm not coming in today. Why is that? Well, there's this thing that happens in my belly where it's right? And then I go to the toilet and it goes shh, shh, shh. Then I wipe, and then I feel good. I swear, boss, I feel good. So I go back down and I lie down for a bit, and all of a sudden,
So
I don't understand.
like
don't
I
understand
think it was
what-
about 2 months ago, I was sick, right? And I had called in sick, and I said, I'll let you know how I feel tomorrow. So then the next day comes, and then I wasn't feeling great. I wasn't feeling great. So I called in, same boss, and I said, oh, I'm still not feeling very well. But then because I thought she's not going to believe me, I kept talking, right? So I kept talking to the point where I was like, but maybe I'll be okay. Yeah.
Oh my
maybe.
gosh, I don't.
So then I talked.
You talked yourself into going to
then
work.
I was like, oh, you know what? After talking to you, do you know what? I think I'll come in. I'll come in, and then I'll see how I get on. And I end up working because I was trying to convince her so much that I wasn't lying, and that I was trying to.
I feel like you
Emma?
feel like
How naive are you? You have to
Terrible. So yeah, and I feel I've got a migraine now. This is day 2, but I'll definitely go into work tomorrow because I just hate calling in sick. I hate it. It's like the worst thing of all time.
But
if it was text messaging, fine.
Just call them
but
and say, I got a
it's the
migraine.
calling part.
That's it.
But you, I don't understand. Like, if you think you're lying, the thing is, you're sick.
I
This is
know,
like-
I
You
know.
are sick, but you convince yourself that you're lying about your sickness.
No, I know I'm not lying. I just don't want them to think I'm lying.
Who cares what they think?
Is this not normal? That's normal. I think that's normal.
Wait. So, okay. So I'll be you to my boss. I'll be like, all right, I'm not coming in today because I'm not feeling well. All right. Boss, do you think I'm lying? Because if not,
I do now.
I'll keep talking. I'll keep talking until I convince myself that I'm not sick anymore, even though I'm still sick.
I know that they think people are lying because they have called up doctors and said such and such said they came in. Can you confirm if this person came in the past? I know they do that because I was told.
Yes.
And they've also caught people
Yes, we do.
faking medical stuff. So they presume people are lying, and I just hate that feeling.
I don't understand. They can't ring the doctor.
They do.
You were probably
They
told
would speak
that
to
just
the-
to scare you
They
into
speak to the
thinking
receptionist.
They can
that
ask
do
if
it.
the person's been there.
No. When I had to step up in a secondment in a leadership role, I was told this is what we do. Like, you can do that if you want. Like, you don't have to, but I've done it before, depending
So
on the person.
So my question to you then, Emma, because I completely
Depending on the person.
completely understand where you're coming from. I completely understand where you're coming from. But my question to you, thinking outside of my own head, you call in, you think that they think that you're lying.
Mm-hmm.
If they do think you're lying, say you're right, and they do think you're lying,
Mm-hmm.
what happens? Like, what's the consequence of that?
It's just that they think down on you then because they're like, what a liar. Yeah.
And how
So,
does
like,
that impact your life?
I crumble. I don't know.
I'm gonna call you Violet
I
from
don't
now on.
like
You
it.
crumble when
Who's
you're
Violet?
sick.
Violet crumble.
Genuinely sick, you crumble.
That's the type
Like,
of
does
chocolate
it
bar in
make your
Australia,
life?
guys.
Do they make your work life more difficult after they think you're a liar?
It's just that looking at you differently, like, yeah, I know you weren't really.
Well, is it the fact they ask you the next day, how are you, Emma? Are you feeling better? Is that what's upsetting you?
And because, I don't know, like, I do call in sick, but I don't like to do it too often or too close together, even if it's genuine. Yeah, that's it. I just hate, and then and I all down like, should I, shouldn't I, should I, shouldn't I, should I, shouldn't I?
Like, if I'm sick and I call in sick, I don't. It's not. I'm not being manipulative. Okay, it's just I don't know what. Yeah, I think I'll do it for you from now on.
Yeah, I don't think you're allowed.
I'll ring up.
I think that's what they
If
used to do.
If they say, oh, where is Emma? She goes, she's on her deathbed.
Oh.
She's in bed, feeling like death. Like,
think-
I'm her husband. I'm her carer. I can ring.
So yeah, isn't this one of the benefits of having a partner?
A spouse?
So they can do
Yeah.
it for you.
Spouse?
No, I've never, I thought that was like a 20-year ago thing. That's not accepted anymore.
CJ, on the other side, so you've rang the doctor to find out if they've gone to the doctor.
Okay.
I can't believe what I'm
noticed,
hearing.
So you've done it too.
I noticed something with their medical certificates.
Yeah.
It looked like it had been copied
Yeah.
because the same printing area, like let's say, I can't remember what letter it was. I noticed back to back, this letter had the same kind of missing bit of ink.
Detective, yeah. Yeah.
So we called, mate. You know.
Yeah, and then what happened?
I actually told my boss. My boss said, "I think you need more to do, man. You're getting a bit bored."
Right. So this is the thing. This is the thing where I guess, Siege, for you, this person that you did this with, did you already have a
Had irritated.
You already disliked this person, right?
No, it was the fact that I noticed every busy day that was booked in, they would not turn up to work.
Okay. Because, like, what I'm thinking about is if I was in that position and I noticed that, and I was like, oh, this person's pulled a sickie, the very next thought that would run through my mind is, okay. Like, I just wouldn't care. Like, it's no
I
skin off
don't
my
care
back.
either.
don't
And even
care.
like when I was the one that people would call up to call in sick, I'm like, okay, like I doesn't even cross my mind, whatever. Like, because who cares? And I was like, why are people investigating other people? Like,
I don't
like,
understand.
why would you lose sleep over that? But yeah, on the other side of it, I'm sure that people just think everyone's lying.
It was just because they had done it like 3 months. 3 times in a row on major events.
Yeah.
Mm.
I guess for something like
Right,
what you
and-
deal with as well, because now you've actually got to find like a replacement for them, which actually is
Yes.
skin off your back. Like there's, yeah.
So at 6 a.m, I'll be calling people up, trying to organise that site.
I get that because that's
Because
what
that
what our dads had when he used to organise coaches, and then they'd call up on the day and be like, "Oh, can't come in," and then he'd have to find someone to go in. If he couldn't, he'd have to do it himself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But for an office job, allow it. All right, well,
I know, and they should just allow you to
Usually
text.
I'll be fine with it. It was just the fact that they just kept doing it.
Yeah.
let's hear your best sickie stories, listeners. I'm curious, Chef Legaspi, what are you cooking up over there?
I'm going into different. I want to
Territory.
a different territory.
Is it Northern?
I wanna play this song. Do you know that song?
Oh yeah.
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 So,
Yeah.
well, I just looked at it just then, and it had 1B
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
next to views.
Yeah.
Nice.
1B,
Yeah.
1 billion views.
Yeah.
That song on YouTube.
Wow.
I mean, it's a classic song.
I don't know
really.
any other songs that have hit 1 billion.
It's a meme,
Surely.
isn't it?
To be honest with
Surely.
you, I had no idea
Yeah.
what 1B was. I was like, what's with that one? What's with the 1B, man?
That's right. It is so strange to have views on YouTube and 1B.
Wait,
So
I
the-
thought heaps of songs have that now.
So, I
Do
mean,
they
is
not?
the thing is, does it just go 1B, 2B? Like, could it be at 1.9B? Do
It
they
is
show
at-
you the points?
Yes, so it's currently at 1 billion
10 million.
10,800,000
804.
or 804,753.
Yeah, 1.1 billion. No, 1.01 billion.
All right. check Justin
So what
Bieber's
you
baby.
can do, yeah, I was gonna say you can actually YouTube and put videos, songs with 1 billion views, and it usually brings up a list.
But I think the genius of that one being a 1 billion, and this is probably the only song with over 1 billion views that this is true for, is it's not got a billion views because of the quality of the song.
Why has it got a billion views
Or
then?
because it's a meme.
What do you mean it's a meme?
It's Rickrolled.
Rickrolls.
What's Rickrolled?
You don't know what Rickrolled is?
What
No.
rock are you living under?
I know.
I
I'm gonna
don't
start
know.
calling you Patrick Star.
Wait, what's Rickrolled?
I'm going to show you.
What?
How?
Are you serious you don't know Rickrolled?
Listen, if this is a TikTok thing, I don't go on that thing.
It's not a
TikTok?
TikTok thing. It was a Tok before.
What is it
I'd
then?
forgive
Is it-
I'd
is
forgive
it- is it a
CJ
Twitter
for not
thing?
knowing this because he doesn't know the
What is it?
internet. But even he might know what this is.
Do you know what Rickrolled is?
Yeah, what is
The
it?
Rickroll meme.
No.
Okay, I
Is this
can
a new
forgive you,
thing? Is it an old thing?
No. It's probably the longest running meme on the internet.
Yeah.
What? So, like, you think you're going to get a really good surprise and then they play that song instead?
Yeah.
Oh, is this like a new thing?
No.
I mean, sorry, how old is it?
Yeah.
At
Oh,
least,
man, as
it's
long
got to be
as-
at least a decade, right?
Yeah. All right. So that's another episode of the B-Side Word podcast done. Your local futon warrior signing off and saying bye are my compatriots. Emma,
Is that the right word that you're
comrades, buddies,
comrades in arms?
say bye.
Oh, see ya.
CJ
Bye-bye.
and Alexander.
Comrades.
Peace.
See, you're Pixie from Never Neverland.
Pixie or Tinkerbell?
Oh, Tinkerbell, sorry. Tinkerbell. Alex is Rufio.
Rufio.
Oh. And CJ is...
The black kid.
Is this purely about Peter Pan?
Do you know what I'm talking about?
It is you, Peter.
No, not that guy. The guy that's
that lifts
Cannibal.
his legs up and
In
rolls
Cannibal.
down the thingy.
What?
I didn't.
Wow.
That's Aiden's favourite character.
Yeah. Makes sense. All right. See ya. Have a good week.
See ya.